In this tutorial, we will learn how to use the categories in AtomCraft. Assigning queues to categories allow them to share certain volume and instance limiting properties. Categories themselves are organized into category groups. First, to create a category group, go to the Global Settings section of the project tree. Right-click on the Categories folder, select New Object, and click on Create Category Group. The new category group appears. To rename it, simply select Rename from the context menu. To create a category in that group, right-click on the group, select New Object, and click on Create Category. We now have a category. Again, if you want to rename it, right-click on it and select Rename. To assign queues to that category, you can drag them from the project tree onto the category. You can also select the queue in the tree and add the categories in the FX ASAC panel. Click on Edit button, select a category and press OK. The category name is now listed here. It is important to note that a queue can be assigned to up to 4 categories. For example, here the queue Hero Gun could be assigned to both the player and SFX categories. Note, however, that these categories must belong to different category groups. If you click on a category in the global settings, you can see which queues are assigned to it. Here we can see that we have 3 queues assigned to this category, which means that we can change the volumes of all these queues at the same time. Let's hear it. In the same window, the queue limits parameter determines the number of queues from this category that can be played simultaneously. In this case, the number would be 6. You may have noticed at the bottom of this window that you also have the possibility to assign an ASAC to a category. If you haven't watched it yet, check the tutorial about ASACs to learn more about what they can do. Finally, when you select a category group in the Global Settings tree, you can see all the categories belonging to that group. It is possible to change their volume and their queue limits in that window. You can also set their playback prohibition time. This is the minimum time that must pass between the playback of 2 sounds of a same category. This concludes this tutorial about categories in AtomCraft. In a future tutorial, we will also see how they are advantageously used by the auto-ducking feature of ADX2.